Depending on your needs, even budget monitors can deliver a great gaming experience. While they may lack some of the advanced features and fancy designs found on more expensive models, budget monitors can offer low input lag, excellent response times, and even frame rate matching technologies like FreeSync or G-Sync. Budget gaming monitors are typically smaller, but many of them are versatile monitors that are great for PC and console gaming alike. The best budget gaming monitor we've tested so far is the ViewSonic XG2402. It's a great monitor for fast-paced games thanks to its outstanding motion handling. It has a 144Hz refresh rate and extremely quick response time, and it even supports FreeSync variable refresh rate to reduce screen tearing. If you have a recent 10 or 20 series NVIDIA graphics card, it's compatible with G-Sync as well, though it'll require a driver update. Despite its budget price, this monitor has a good build quality that feels solid. If you play in a well-lit room, this monitor can get bright enough to overcome glare, and it has great reflection handling. It also has a flicker-free backlight to help reduce eye strain for those long gaming sessions. Unfortunately, it uses a TN panel that has a low contrast ratio and poor black uniformity, which is less ideal for dark room gaming, as blacks tend to look more like gray. Its viewing angles aren't great, but surprisingly, it has impressive color accuracy right out of the box. This monitor should please most gamers, making this the best budget gaming monitor we've tested so far. The Asus VG279Q is a good 27-inch, 144Hz monitor with an IPS panel. It has a simple design with outstanding ergonomics. It delivers a good picture quality, with extremely accurate colors and great peak brightness, but it's limited a bit by its 1080p resolution. Motion looks great thanks to the extremely fast response time, and it has a black frame insertion feature to help reduce any motion blur. It also supports FreeSync variable refresh rate technology to reduce tearing in games. Unfortunately, as is the case with most IPS monitors, it doesn't look good in a dark room due to its low contrast ratio, but it has wide viewing angles. The stand is very simple, but supports the monitor well and doesn't take up too much space. The monitor wobbles a bit when nudged, but this isn't too distracting. The back of the monitor has a simple design etched into it. There's no quick release on the stand, but it can be VESA mounted. Cable management is handled by a hole in the stand arm. The monitor is thin when removed from the stand, which is great for VESA mounting. Since the height of the monitor moves on an incline, the higher you position the screen, the whole setup becomes a bit thinner. The Dell UltraSharp U2520D is the replacement to the Dell U2518D, and it's a good overall monitor. It's very good for office use because it has wide viewing angles, impressive ergonomics, great out-of-the-box color accuracy, and its 1440p resolution makes text clear to read. It also has a USB hub with a ton of connectivity options, including a USB-C input that supports DisplayPort Alt mode, allowing you to display an image from a device and charge it at the same time. If you're a photo editor, you should be happy to know it has great coverage of the Adobe RGB color space, and it has outstanding gradient handling. Unfortunately, with its IPS panel, it can't display deep black since its contrast ratio is low and it has mediocre black uniformity. Luckily, it has excellent gray uniformity, so solid colors across the screen, such as on a web page, look uniform without many dark areas. Impressive ergonomics. The UltraSharp U2520D has a very wide swivel range, and you can rotate it into portrait mode either clockwise or counterclockwise. The back of this monitor is very simple. It can be VESA mounted, and it has a quick release button to take it off from the stand too. The stand has a hole used for cable management. The peak brightness in HDR is just okay. It gets bright enough to bring out some highlights, but it still doesn't give you a true HDR experience. The vertical viewing angle is alright, but it's nothing special for an IPS panel. You lose some image accuracy if you mount the monitor too much above eye level. The CQ27G1 is a 27-inch curved screen, 1440p monitor. It's a great choice for gaming thanks to its incredibly low input lag and quick response time, resulting in clear motion, and it supports FreeSync variable refresh rate, VRR, technology to reduce screen tearing in games. With a VA panel, it has a very good contrast ratio, resulting in deep blacks, but that comes at the cost of its viewing angles, which are poor, and you'll lose image accuracy when viewed from the side. The lack of HDR support might disappoint some people, but it has impressive out-of-box color accuracy and it displays a very wide range of colors in SDR. Although it doesn't get very bright to combat glare in most rooms, it has decent reflection handling, so it will still perform well in an average lit room. The CQ27G1 has a gamer-friendly look with a black finish and some red on the front, back, and the stand. It also has thin bezels on 3 of the sides. The CQ27G1 has a good build quality. It's entirely built out of plastic, which feels solid. There's not a lot of flex to it except near the inputs, and the bezels don't bend either. However, there's a bit of a gap between the bottom bezel and the back, but overall, it's well built. The MSI Optics MPG27CQ has a similar design and has a better build quality. The Dell S2417DG is a good 1440p gaming monitor with G-Sync variable refresh rate support. It has a TN panel with mediocre picture quality due to the poor native contrast ratio, so blacks appear gray in a dark room, and the image also rapidly loses accuracy when viewed at an angle. For gamers though, it has a high 144Hz refresh rate and feels very responsive due to the low input lag. It also has a fast response time, so fast-paced motion only has a short blur trail. The design of the Dell S2417DG is that of typical Dell monitors like the S2716DG or the U2415. The base is the usual flat rectangle and, as usual, the monitor has very good ergonomics. It can be positioned to match your liking as it can tilt, swivel and rotate and can be placed at portrait or landscape mode. The back of the monitor is very plain. It is made out of plastic that is very glossy and reflective. Because of that, it will show the marks of where you touched it. The range of ergonomic adjustments is great, so you can adjust it in pretty much any position you like to make it comfortable for your working preferences. The build quality is okay. There are no gaps and the monitor looks sturdy and sound. You should not expect any issues while using it.